Wait, of course! It's genius! Wow. That is something else.
I've kind of gotten to a point where there's more puddle than path in front of me.
I'm also going to be talking about all of the new exciting stuff that got announced by THORPE Park. There is something that I know is happening that I just can't get a very good angle on. What's up guys, I hope you're all well. Welcome back to yet another video on the channel, and today I've got a video that I'm absolutely buzzing to do. For those of you that don't know, or who just don't go to theme parks in the UK maybe, during about October to March-ish, the UK theme parks go down for the season, so they go and have their winter maintenance for the few months that it's closed, and then it reopens within the spring of the following year. So currently we're in that period at the minute, and it's a bit depressing, I can't lie. However, today I'm doing something a little bit more exciting. So as some of you may know, I did mention this in a video I made last year, back when I was doing my Fright Nights updates actually. There is a road, or more like a public footpath, that runs right alongside THORPE Park. So today we're going to be walking down there, checking out the winter maintenance. However, that isn't kind of the main reason I wanted to make this video. That's just the kind of bonus. I am also going to be talking about all of the new exciting stuff that got announced by THORPE Park last year in the form of planning permission, that could be coming within the near future, which is also really exciting. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. I love every single one of you guys that's stuck around so far. I'm absolutely loving making content, and yeah, we're not that far away now from March, so hopefully the depression will end fairly soon. So yeah, without further ado, let's get out the car and let's go and head over to, well, pretty much THORPE Park. I'm going to show you what I can see in front of me right now. There is actually, I don't know if you guys can see it, a wonderful view of Hyperia just in the distance over there, which is absolutely wonderful. So yeah, let's go and head into Monk's Walk. Okay, so I've kind of made my way just kind of around the outskirts of Abbey Lake at the minute, and it's looking a bit precarious, I can't lie.
I've kind of gotten to a point where there's more puddle than path in front of me, and it pretty much goes all the way down there. But as you can see, I'm kind of outskirting kind of the side of where THORPE Park is at the minute. But of course, this is a floodplain, so there is a high chance of it flooding because it is next to a lake, obviously. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get around there. I was kind of hoping to get some photos because I've never really gotten that kind of angle look at the lake before. But yeah, I'll go a little bit further, but I can't promise anything. Okay then, so I've conceded, I've admitted defeat. There's no way I'm getting through there without like getting like soggy shoes and all this sort of kind of thing. So I'm leaving it for today. I'm really sad about it though. I was really hoping I was going to get some good shots over the lake and stuff, but I'm not risking my shoes for that. I've got to get in my car after this. I can't be having it full of mud. But yeah, so while I'm kind of walking back to the main Monk's Walk, we'll still power through and we'll go and have a look, obviously up alongside THORPE Park at some of the winter construction, because that should be fairly okay. But as for the kind of stuff that I was going to talk about that was announced last year, of course we had towards the end of last year, just at the start of close season, the announcement that they are currently working on a hotel, or at least submitted plans for a hotel, which is really exciting. And I'd only made a video about 2 months prior to that announcement about the old THORPE Park hotel that was kind of scrapped and never happened, and then they literally announced this new one literally a couple of months afterwards, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it's looking really exciting. It is going to be a waterside hotel, so it'll be on the other side of the lake. You know, at the moment we don't really have any kind of concrete details on what we're going to be seeing there. It looks like it's going to be more of a modern hotel, so I wouldn't expect anything on the level of kind of wackiness as to say the Alton Towers Hotel, for example. But obviously it will still have a THORPE Park flair to it. But you know, I'll put up some of the concept images up on the screen at the minute. It's looking really exciting, and it's something I've said THORPE Park desperately needs for God, years now, literally years. Word on when this is going to start hasn't really kind of emerged yet. It does say on the plans, once the planning submitted, they do aim to start construction, so whether that's this year, next year, God knows what's going to happen. Obviously we saw how long it took for Hyperia's planning to get kind of approved and submitted and everything. So yeah, it's happening technically, or there's kind of more of an incentive for it to happen now. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out over the next year. But of course, this wasn't the only thing THORPE Park
announced, pretty much within the same evening, they submitted plans for the rework of the beach, which is something we pretty much all kind of speculated and knew was going to happen eventually towards the end of last year when a lot of Fright Nights updates were happening, plainly because they were draining the beach, they were cleaning it, they were marking it out, doing all that kind of jazz, and normally that means that they're going to be ending up doing something with it, whether it's anything substantial or not. And then lo and behold, 2 months later we found out that they were completely reworking it. Okay then, so we're getting a lot closer now to one of the more beautiful sights that you can see next to Monk's Walk in recent years actually, that's very recent, and that's Hyperia. It's really nice seeing it again, honestly, after close season, with it being such a big part of the 2024 season. You know, it's kind of weird not, you know, seeing it. It is weird, I don't know, I can't really explain it very well, but yeah, oh, here we go, I'm starting to see it, it's looking really nice. I must admit the white kind of colour seems to have faded a little bit, but honestly I really don't care. I'm just kind of happy to see it for the first time again in months it's been now. So yeah, here we go. Look, I'll kind of tread through the mud a little bit, get you guys a good shot. Oh yes, oh yes, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it properly on camera, but honestly, every single time I see Hyperia, I forget how big it actually is. It is absolutely colossal. So as I'm kind of making my way forward now, walking next to Hyperia, I'm just kind of thinking a little bit about, you know, how these kind of plans that they announced last year are going to pan out. Because obviously it's an interesting thing to think about, you know, with timing wise and what they're going to invest in. And if they are, you know, kind of going fully into this hotel thing, maybe it will be a little while until we get another roller coaster or another ride here. You know, it could be a little while longer, which is an interesting thing to think about. But honestly, I'm happy that we got Hyperia when we did. You know, we survived a decade without one here at Thorpe Park, so yeah, I'm just happy we kind of got that, and I wouldn't mind a few years break away from any kind of, you know, too much excitement. I think the hotel in itself is exciting enough, so I don't think they necessarily need to jump straight into doing a new ride, you know, this soon after Hyperia. I think they can leave it a little while longer. But do you know what? It's absolutely drenching me with mud, this pathway. If you guys see, I should have worn my wellies. It's absolutely horrendous around here. I thought it was bad over by Abbey Lake. I mean, this isn't like water, but it's still really muddy. But yeah, it's all worth it when you get to see views like this. So I currently haven't really spotted any kind of testing or anything at the minute, which is kind of to be expected. They're not testing things, you know, this early and this frequent, so that wasn't really, you know, something I was expecting coming into this. However, there is something that I know is happening that I just can't get a very good angle on. It's really annoying me, but if I can't find a good angle of it, I'll put up some pictures from Theme Park Guide or someone up on the screen now so you can see it a little bit better. But they're actually in the middle of deconstructing Slammer, which is obviously something that started last year, around when Deadbeat was kind of starting to be built, and then yeah, it seems to be kind of going ahead quite a bit now. They're actually kind of making quite a bit of progress by the looks of things. Ah yes, he's just beyond the fence, just in there. I'll put a picture up on the screen for you guys. But yeah, it's looking like pretty much all of the Deadbeat stuff is still standing outside of you know, the old Black Mirror Labyrinth building, which is nice to see. That looks like that's going to be staying for a while, and I really hope it does. What an absolutely fantastic maze that was last year. I absolutely loved that. Yeah, that was really something special, and that's a testament to Thorpe Park, because every single year they always seem to find a way to outdo themselves, like in terms of the themes and kind of what the mazes are about. They always seem to be very different, and I really like that. I must admit, it's really something that I kind of took for granted a little bit, especially seeing, you know, Scarefest. They've had some recent success with Compound, but a lot of the time, you know, over recent years, Scarefest kind of felt a bit stale. So it's nice to see Thorpe Park kind of going in a different direction to that, and constantly coming up with new ideas and things. So yeah, that is really nice to see. Another little funny thing I've just found, kind of walking along the pathway, is the old Hyperia Project Exodus sign. Let me see if I can get a good look at it. There you go, look, Project Exodus, Thorpe Park, taking thrills to new heights. Oh, that's nostalgic now. Like, come on, like, Jesus, time's moving way too quickly. How is that nostalgic? I remember sitting and watching Jack's updates
every single time one of them came out, and it's
now in the past. We've finally got the ride. It feels like it's weird that we haven't got any speculation to do, even now, months after it opening. But yeah, it's really nice to see. I can kind of hear some jet washing. I think it's a jet wash. I can hear something kind of going off in the distance. They are known to jet wash the rides during close season, so if I catch a glimpse of it, I'll make sure to kind of get a good view for you guys. But yeah, it's looking like Nemesis Inferno. Yeah, that often is one they jet wash. I'm pretty sure they've jet washed Nemesis before. Whether or not they do it for all the rides, I don't know, but there's definitely stuff going on, so that's really exciting to hear. You know, it's just weird seeing the park absolutely dead, I must admit. It's odd not seeing people in there, you know, having fun, seeing the rides go round. But yeah, it's looking really exciting. Oh, I can see something. It looks like there's a little bit of work maybe going on to do with Nemesis. Just up there's kind of a ladder or something. Maybe they're fixing and tending to something on the brake run. But yeah, it's really exciting to see everything kind of coming together. You know, it's an odd thing, and I didn't really speak about this last year, but I was pretty much at Thorpe Park every single week from summer onwards, filming Fright Nights construction updates and challenges and all that, or kind of what have you. So as soon as close season hit, it hit even harder than before. You know, previous years I was kind of at Thorpe Park every couple of times a month, maybe at most. You know, and then I went from that to last summer kind of going every week, and you know, kind of being down here a lot. Like, it became a very comfortable place for me, and then all of a sudden having it kind of pulled out from underneath you and not being able to come down here again for a good few months, it's been really kind of sad, I must admit. You know, the closed season blues are hitting a lot harder this year, so it's nice to finally kind of be back here, even if I'm not necessarily, you know, in the park itself. So as I'm kind of coming to the end of my journey across Monk's Walk now, I just kind of wanted to ask you guys if there's anything you want to see, particularly on the channel this year. I'm kind of trying to strive for, you know, putting out a lot more videos this year, a lot higher quality, or at least I'm trying to improve the quality of my videos a lot more. So if you guys have any interest in seeing anything specific, definitely let me know down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to reply to you guys. I'll reply to every single comment. So yeah, I'm really excited for this year and to cover whatever I can. And you know, Fright Nights again is another thing that's a surefire bet. I'll be making construction updates once again when that rolls around. I know it's kind of sad to be talking about Fright Nights already. It's January, but yeah, no, it's been really exciting, and I'm happy where the kind of channel is heading at the minute. So as I'm kind of walking further along here, I'm kind of walking past Nemesis Inferno, kind of going past it, and I'm going to try and see if I can see the Rumba Rapids boats, because I know for a fact they kind of hold them within the kind of service road that's next to me here during close season. So we'll see if we can kind of see any of the Rumba Rapids boats kind of sitting within the maintenance area, which would be pretty cool. Here they are, I knew I'd find them. Look at these, look, we've got all of the Rumba Rapids boats lined up all along this pathway pretty much. It's really nice to see them kind of being, you know, looking quite clean actually. They look pretty nice, pretty tidied up, you know, ready for starting next season. And if I get a decent view over here, you can see just in the Stealth Plaza there. If I zoom in a little bit more, look at that. Okay then, so that is going to do it for today's video, guys. A little bit of a shorter one for you, a little bit more of a chilled out one. I kind of wanted to head up to Thorpe Park and talk a little bit about some of the kind of other changes and new stuff that they're implementing in 2025 and beyond. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe, or feel free to dislike if you didn't like it. But yeah, like I said earlier, I'm going to be kind of striving to do a lot more videos over the next year or so. So yeah, definitely stick around and stay tuned for that if you're interested. So without further ado, it sounds a bit late, but we have come to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.